What's up, people? Today I want to talk about insomnia because a lot of us have it and it can be really annoying, especially when you're trying to sleep and you can't go to sleep, or like there's so many different things that I can talk about. So I might have to make this into like a series because there's so many different aspects of sleep and its importance to how you function, not just for energy and stuff like that, but it's a great reflection in terms of your day-to-day living. You're probably really confused about what I mean by that. So I'll start off with this one by talking about sleep procrastination. At least I think that's what we should call it, because we're procrastinating going to sleep, and during this process, maybe we're in bed, we set ourselves a time to go to sleep, and then we just doom scroll for hours, watch a YouTube video for hours, and just do a bunch of nonsense on our phones to stay up rather than sleeping. So that's why I call it sleep procrastination, because you want to get something done, but you're avoiding doing that. And it's kind of crazy how common it is, and it's completely normal. And I think one of the reasons why like this kind of stuff does typically happen is because it reflects the way our life is. Now, I'm someone who always says how you do one thing is how you do everything. So the fact that you are procrastinating going to sleep and not sleeping on time or when you want to, is because you don't give yourself enough time to relax. And so your mind is kind of been trained to seek out that relaxation through procrastinating. You know, sometimes you might have had a really busy day, or you find yourself caught up in activities that you find more essentially rewarding than the sleep itself. And then we go and do these things, and then we regret it the next day. Because sleep can be seen as kind of boring, you know, you're just unwinding, you're just in a void of darkness and you have to go away. And if your mind has been busy all day long, it's not gonna stop just because you say it. It's gonna be kind of confused about what to do, especially if there's no stimulus. And that's why I say it's so important for learning to relax when you need to and giving yourself time when you need to. Now, that doesn't mean be lazy, because I can tell that a lot of people can take that in that kind of way. It's not that, but it's more so about spending time with yourself to relax, so that your body can know, okay, it's time for rest. Let's unwind a little bit. Let's actually start to emphasize why sleep is important and why we should be doing it. And then you know what's going to end up happening over time? Your body's going to be like, when it hits a certain time, oh man, I can't wait to go to sleep. And then you're going to clock out so quickly. But it's tough. It really is really tough to do, because we live in a really busy society where we're constantly stimulated. And coming back to the reflection point, if your day hasn't felt fulfilling enough to the point where you're doing the most that you can do in order to pursue what it is that you want in your day-to-day life, of course it's going to be hard to sleep, because there's no aim that's there. There's no pride in what you've done through the day. Now, I don't know about you guys, but let me tell you, the best times I've had sleep and the most rewarding times where it's just like, whoa, next thing you know, I'm just out of it, lights out, instant, are the days where I've worked the hardest. And I think that's obviously because you're expending energy and you're going to be tired, physically tired, but also mentally you're accomplished. And maybe that's a bad thing, but it works. The reason why I say bad thing is because then you're just tying your self-worth to your achievements and stuff like that, which, yeah, we will cover that in a different video, but it works and it has some kind of meaning. So I'm going to let you ponder over that a little bit. I wish you peace and blessings, and I'll see you in the next one, probably episode number 2 or something, I don't know. Anyway, see ya.